Hi, good night, and welcome to Bench Talk. My name is Jason Clark, and tonight I'm joined by my fellow co-hosts, Mr. Clint St. Hill, Mr. Akim Nero, and Mr. Dwayne Collymore, a guy that we haven't seen in quite some time.
I'm still around, baby. I'm still around. Good
Glad,
night, guys. Good night,
glad to
guys.
have you
Good
on.
night, guys.
Glad to have you on the show, buddy. How are you doing?
Man, I good, man. I good. I miss the show. I still tune in sometimes when I'm at
Uh-huh.
work, man. But I miss the guys, man. I miss the guys. Especially, you guys have some guests here, man. I miss. We have my guy Ravi,
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, Stouty.
Yes.
Yeah, you have some guys. You realize, man. But I still here. How the guys doing, man?
I am pretty
Pretty
good. I
good.
can't complain.
That's good. That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah. Nero, how you doing, buddy? You watching it? I know you're watching some basketball, man.
Yeah, he trying to think, man. He trying to think. The real stuff soon start, so he just cool until then. I ain't get any
What's the real
politics yet.
stuff? The finals?
Yeah, I ain't get any politics yet.
Okay,
May
so
I ask for your team for the finals?
Pardon?
For your team for the finals.
I just a fan of basketball wins. I'm a fan of basketball.
Hello? You're right. You're right. So because, but obviously, yes, he's a fan of basketball, Nero, but the finals is basketball too. Like, and team is who's play basketball. So I just want to know. I just want to know who you
Boston or
expect to
Miami.
see.
If Boston or Miami go out the way, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no goal to say. Well, I love you, bad.
But I guess I don't qualify as basketball winning.
Nah. That's not good basketball.
Okay.
And tonight we are joined by we're gonna bring on the two guests we have here joining us tonight. We're gonna bring them on at the same time the youth of Barbados, and I could say hopefully West Indies cricket. I believe these guys, well, from what I've been told, these guys carry a tremendous amount of talent. So I can definitely say the youth, the Barbados youth, and the hopefully the youth of the West Indies. Two promising young players, Mr. Zion Brathwaite and Mr. Nimar Bolden. I hope that I am pronouncing that name correctly. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, guys. Thanks for joining us here tonight on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me as well.
Yes. So without further ado, guys, I just gonna jump straight into the chat. Neymar, gonna start here with you. From what? First off, can you just give us just a brief background of your game, how you came onto the game, your what do you do? You're a batsman or a bowler. Just give us a brief synopsis about your game.
Okay, so I'm a wicketkeeper batsman.
Mhm.
Sometimes I call it a batsman wicketkeeper because I think I'm a batsman first.
Like
Um,
most wicket keepers.
yeah, it's true. I bowl a little off spin, but nothing too fancy. Just mainly
Zion,
wicketkeeper
I see.
batsman.
I see Zion shaking the eyes.
Yeah, not the best, man, not the best.
Mhm.
I started back in primary school. Just swiping two or three softballs. Then
Where
I
did you
was in
attend primary school?
Bailey's Primary in
Yeah,
St.
these
Philip.
okay.
Yeah, so I just afterwards I was invited to come and train, and then I just got involved with it.
Mhm.
After a few practice sessions, I started to like it, and I said I'm gonna try it out.
Okay, and now you attend which school?
The Combermere school right now.
Combermere School. Okay. And Zion, what about you?
My name is Brathwaite. I attend Queen's School.
Queen's College, you said?
That's which
Okay.
I get in Barbados School with both like well.
You're breaking up.
You're breaking it there a lot, though.
Better?
Try again, let me hear.
Any better?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
So I started in primary school just well school. The
Yeah, you
Neymar
were.
and Neymar,
Yeah,
sir.
Losing them again.
yeah.
You may have to sign out and sign back in.
Yeah, yeah. If you could just, yeah. So Neymar are gonna continue with you until we have Zion back. So you said that you are a wicketkeeper, batsman, wicketkeeper,
Right, right.
whichever way you want to spin it. Um, so what coming out? You said so you attended the Combermere school. So at this particular point, what would you say is your favorite aspect of the game? Do you enjoy wicketkeeping more? Do you enjoy batting more? What was your favorite aspect of the game at the moment?
I've always been in love with batting, but yeah, after keeping for this amount of time, yeah, I starting to like keeping as well. Yeah, I starting to like it.
Okay,
It don't really matter the format, long or short. Yeah, keeping and batting, well, it's kind of 50-50,
kind
Yeah,
of
kind of
50-50.
50-50. Yeah.
Okay, and
So,
what number do you bat at?
Pardon me, didn't hear you just now.
What number do you bat at?
I opening batting as well.
Your
Yeah, I
opening
could bat.
batsman.
Yeah, opening batsman. Yeah, but if there are two opening batsmen, I could come 3-4 if anything. Yeah, I'll give them a chance. Yeah, bat 3-4.
You're a versatile cricketer, man. You keep
yes, I
bat,
was gonna say
ball
he
or
sound like
spin.
Nero. He sound like Nero.
Son, Nimar, nothing. Nimar is a remote boy, but that's gonna say he's a young Nero here, boy.
He sound like easy man. Just do it whatever he want on the day.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
A
Yeah,
young
boy. He
Nero.
sound like a Nero boy.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
Neuro spinning that he's doing whatever the team requires him to do, not whatever he wants to do on the day. Right? That's right, Neuro.
Simple.
Correct.
Nothing more,
Mm,
nothing less.
Correct.
mm.
Correct.
Well, Nimar, no, I hear you mention you say you like the bat. That means to me keeping was not a first choice of yours.
No, but I was
As you
never
could
really a
tell.
bowler, you see. So and then I had to do something else. I didn't just want to
So,
be a batsman and a good fielder too. I wanted to do something else. So I tried out keeping as well. It's all about making our first decision to try things. So I tried out the keeping, and then I just stuck with it right through.
yeah, because Combermere is a rich cricketing school in terms of wicket keepers. You got Shane Durrich, you had Jabari Nells. It
Right.
had a couple of good wicket keepers at Combermere. So you do have a reputation to uphold at Combermere, yes, with the wicket keeping aspect.
Mr. Bonham, for a couple of years I've seen the name, right? So I just want to know, obviously Combermere was demoted, but now they're back in the first division. So did that play a part with you returning and playing with Combermere? 'Cause I'm sure you could have played for you or something like that.
Yes, that is actually the main reason why I'm playing with this school. We I can't remember his name, but his name is Pedro. He's associated with Willie as well.
Pedro Graves. Yeah.
Pedro
Pedro
Pedro,
Griff.
Ball.
yeah, yes. I think he's managing and coaching the team right now. So he asked me to play with the school in this T20 format. Now that we're back into the first division, but if we were playing intermediate, then yeah, I would have been playing with Barbados Youth. Yeah.
So how did you find the season? Obviously Combermere, it was they didn't have the best T20 outing, but how have you found the season competing at that end and then your personal season?
I think from a team's perspective, we weren't really focused on winning per se because it's a young team. We know we're not really going to beat much people in the T20 format. So we were just looking forward to the 50 over, and obviously the most important thing is the 3 day. So we don't get demoted. So yeah, we have a lot of young players, a lot of short players per se, not really necessarily aggressive players for the format. So yeah, that was really our main focus as a team. Yeah, we playing to win, but it was just about improving game after game. As you say, as a young team, we should have been playing intermediate. It was just by chance that we get back into first division. Personally, um, at the start, it was kind of shaky knowing that I playing with younger boys. The responsibility is going to be greater, So I had to value batting even more. I realized I had to find myself trying to bat all 20 overs and then keeping as well. So yeah, it's a lot of responsibility. Yeah, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. yeah, it was nice for me for sure.
Nimar, you spoke about responsibility. Um, you would have captained, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you would have captained Barbados at the under 15 level. You've captained Barbados at the under 17 level. And I believe you also captained the West Indies at the under 15 level. Is that something that you um, enjoy doing? How would you describe the experience in captaining those different teams so far in your young career? Because clearly you've been identified as someone that's a pretty good leader.
Clint, can you repeat those teams again that he was the captain of?
Barbados under 15, Barbados under 17, and I believe West Indies under 15 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so in terms of leadership, it comes natural, man. Like it doesn't take a lot of effort. I think once you understand the game of cricket,
Right.
once you understand the game of cricket and you understand certain things and you have a good knowledge about it, then you should be fine. It takes a lot of calmness as well because as a captain, when things don't go your way, some people tend to tense up or make a decision in the moment. But yeah, I think it's just about having a little patience. As I said, remaining calm. I've always enjoyed it as well. Like, it's not like it's a burden to me. Some people may say it's a lot more responsibility. You got to perform and they have to lead from the front and then lead the group. But it's never easy to lead people with different personalities and different people as well. So yeah, it was good that it came natural, and I guess after a few times captaining a few teams, then we gained a little experience, and yeah, then it just became pretty good. Then afterwards.
Are there any captains that you look up to? It doesn't. I mean, it could be an international skipper. It could be a regional skipper. It could be someone locally. Are there any captains that you look up to, or that you would say, your style of captaincy is a little bit similar to theirs? Anything like that?
Yeah, a lot. Honestly, a lot. It's just not one person to look at. I look at Kohli because of his aggression as a
Right.
captain, and I also look at Root of his calmness, and he's a bit more quiet, more on the quiet side. Um, to get domestic, we played against UE in a practice game that was last year, and Curtin was captaining a T20
Right.
game. He set some really good, really good views. So like that was something that I took from him for sure.
Right.
But yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Sounds good. Final question for you. I have been hearing that there is an under 19 trial game, so I'm pretty sure that that's um, something that is going to be pretty close to your work for the next couple of months. How are you gearing up for that tournament? Do you expect to potentially captain Barbados there as well? And from a personal point of view, um, what how do you see yourself going in that tournament and maybe beyond?
Well, in terms of selection, well, obviously there's Charles first, so I have
Right.
to put up good stats to be selected. Um, I guess coming through, as you say, captain the Barris on the 15 and the 17, sometimes people may say are expected to captain the 19 team, but we just gotta wait and see how it goes. In that team per se, we playing 3 day. So if I do get select, then the role would have to change up a bit because to open body and to keep then is a lot, it's a lot.
Right.
So I guess I'll probably bat a little deeper or something like that. Going forward, I was thinking about opening body and wicket keeping in the 3 day or the 4 day tournament, but I still would try it for one game. Obviously it would be tiring, but I still do want to try it because I've never seen anyone done it before. Quentin Nicott, look at Butler, all these guys bat 6-7 to silver. So yeah, probably will bat in that area. Going forward, yeah, I'm looking to continue to be able to keep in batsman, to continue to be a lead as well. To remain calm, just to put up good performances at all times and just try my best to continue going, even though you may fail once in a while and what's not. Just try my best to keep going. Yeah.
Cheers.
Uh,
Sounds good. Go ahead, Jess.
What is your favorite format of the game?
I prefer I prefer red ball, man.
Red
Prefer
ball.
red ball. Yeah. Um since I've played white ball, I've played T20 for a few seasons, 50 over for a few seasons. It's okay. It's okay. Um, I would play it, but I prefer the longer format. You know, being able to spend more time at the crease. Um, not forced to score quickly as well. Could take your time. Um, but yeah, I would say I prefer the 3 day, the red ball format for sure, and then 50 over, and obviously lastly T20. Yeah.
So I
Mm.
mean, for someone who has captained um, various teams throughout your career, you obviously, I would assume that you aspire to to play at the highest level. So you said you prefer red ball cricket. So would you only want to play Test cricket in the future for the West Indies, or you wouldn't mind playing limited overs cricket as well?
Yeah, I want to play all three.
All
You
three
know,
formats.
yeah,
Okay.
all three formats for sure. I want to play all three because you enjoy it. You enjoy the T20 format. You enjoy the 50 over format as well, even though it's a bit longer. Um, I like all three, but I just said I prefer the red ball. I just feel more comfortable playing the red ball cricket. Not saying that I'm not when I'm playing the white ball, but yeah, the red ball is for sure my major concern for what I'm looking to do.
Okay.
Oh,
Question,
sorry.
Mr. Bolden. Who's your favorite wicketkeeper batsman? Rashad Pant?
They were already by.
um,
Answer my question. Answer it for you too, boy.
I had well, Quentin Nicott at one point. I really enjoyed him, Quentin Nicott. I think that is because he's a Lafan as well. I think Pant is too aggressive for me. He doesn't play
You
it
said
as
at
much.
one point. What has changed? Okay, that answers it.
Like,
I just was making sure.
it was mainly the formats though. I have different players for different formats. It was him for Test cricket. It was him for
Right.
Test cricket. But then I saw the Silva and I even though he's a right hand batsman, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, so.
Um, yeah, the Silva, yeah, I think he's pretty good. But yeah, besides that, I don't. Yeah, Pint is too aggressive, way too aggressive. But he plays well. Not taking anything from him, but he's a bit aggressive.
Yeah, Mr. Bolden, Nero answer one questions that he wants to answer, but we was going to school. In our times, there was rivalry. There was big rivalries amongst the schools. Clint might not be too fortunate to be involved in some of these big rivalries, but
Yeah, right.
there was rivalries between Lodge and Combermere. In your time, what school team you would say is your biggest challenge that you have came across so far in your playing time at school?
Same two schools, Lodge and Foundation.
Lodge and
Same two.
Foundation. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's always been a wonderful atmosphere playing against Lodge and Foundation.
Yeah. And I hear that you say you prefer to play the white ball format. Is this a case because it suits your batting style? And if not, so could you kindly share with the viewers your batting style? Is it aggressive? Is it mixed? Is it defensive?
Um, I think that I score freely. You know, I don't think that I'm tied down at any point. I think I score freely. So I would say that I'm able to play white ball cricket for sure. But it's always been the case where score hundreds and to bat long, and being able to stay at the crease long and bat some balls. Because for me, the real cricket is Test cricket. I watched the Barbados for the competition all now, and you see how many balls those guys bat. To me, that is cricket. Yes, T20 and 50 is there, but to me, that is where you see everything: the technique, the tactics, um, every little thing, the patience, all those things you see in long format. So that's why I enjoy it so much. Even though some people may say it's boring, to me that is really nice. My style, as I say, score freely, not too aggressive. Not I can't swipe. I can't swipe. It's not easy for me to swipe. If I swipe, I'm gonna get it for
You
sure.
just like Nero, boy. But you can't sweat the civil life.
Yeah, so I'm not too defensive, not too aggressive. Well, if the situation changes, then I guess it will have to be. But just generally, I think I score freeze. I think I score freeze.
Zion, we have you back here. Let me see if your audio is perking now. Doesn't look that way. Can we get here?
Go again.
Yeah,
Yes, we can hear you now. Yeah. Yes, yes. So Zion, before you got disconnected, I think you were starting to share with us your um upbringing and cricket related. So I guess you could continue from there.
Yeah. Uh,
Nah, can't
Yeah,
hear
no
that.
again, boy.
Zion getting in trouble, boy.
Hey, really?
Zion.
Try again. Try again.
Nah,
Yeah,
you may
cutting
need to
out. Yeah,
change. You
cutting
could
out a
go
lot
closer
there.
to the modem or something. You may need to change.
You
Go
gotta
closer to
get
the
provider.
signal or something.
You gotta talk to these providers as well.
Yeah,
Provider, you
you
gotta
may
get
gotta go
sponsor,
closer
man.
to the signal.
Anybody
Or
listening,
get head. See if you get headphones or something.
Yeah, typical Travis and headphones are saying that's her.
I think that's a
Um,
signal issue though.
Neymar, you say you attend the Combermere
Come here.
school. Um, as I think it was Colin Moore would have mentioned earlier, Combermere, is a school that Craig Brathwaite. I didn't call the names. The list goes on and on and on. um, I don't want to use the word pressure, but when you look at all of the names that would have passed through Combermere, are you telling yourself, are you saying you want to help carry on the legacy? I mean, obviously the you don't have the core, you don't have the group of guys that well, don't let me say it though. I'm not sure because I don't really follow like used to, but uh, do you have that desire that in you to try to carry on what those guys would have built and the cricketing name that those guys would have built for the school?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, as you said, there's many cricketers that has came through the Commonwealth School and to play international, at the national level, even really good domestic players. So yeah, this is my final year now. It would be good to leave something with them this year, and then obviously all through the years there as well. So on the 15 and the 19, the second division. So yeah, going forward for sure, I would um, keep the Comrade name. I'll try to keep the discipline and the skills and everything I was taught there going forward into the club cricket and what's not. Because it's a wonderful school. It's a really, really good school. I enjoy it for sure. It's a really, really good school. And I think that, well, I can't say for sure, but for me, when I went there for cricket, I had Aswick for a few years before he went on to be with the West Indies. He taught me so much, so much, and not necessarily skill wise, but the thinking part of it. He was always your mindset had to be right, and your discipline had to be there. So for me, they taught me to more focus on those things more than the skill, because you train, you would get better, but the mindset had to be clear, had to be right, and he gave me that for sure. That's what.
Speaking of training, what does average training session for you look like? Well, I mean, outside of the obviously I know you probably go to nets and stuff like that, but like outside of that stuff, like what does a training session for you look
Okay, so let's say it's an evening session. I'll jog for a little while first, and then obviously get warm and what's not. If it's one on ones, it'll be a case where I'll do ball machine.
like?
But yeah, ball machine. I was aiming for 600 balls. Try to work on
Some
specific
change me,
balls.
real boy. You
Telling
still
me.
got you still got hope for 15 good balls that for 50.
Was it
It's so good.
500?
Yeah,
500,
well,
600
that's the
balls.
goal. I'm not saying I'm gonna reach 500 because
Well, let
obviously
me
you get
tell you,
tired.
even
The option.
back in
Having
V
the
The
time,
option,
option of a
boy.
there's
bowling
no way,
machine, boy.
there's no way 500 or 200 even coming out of nobody, but
You hit
no
on a
way.
horse. You hit on a horses if
Whole
you're
season,
lucky.
all right there.
Yeah, boy.
Lord, boy.
Things change,
No way.
man. That was
Sorry, so
good, though.
go ahead. That's good.
Continue.
So go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So that's the goal, you know. But obviously, you get tired. You may shadow at 2:30, something along those lines. But yeah, we bat some balls, and then keeping wise, as I said, one on ones, we do some drills and what's not. So yeah, the training for me, yeah, is I try my best to work on things in training. You know, sometimes people just come training to relax, you know, have a good time, have some fun, because you know you with your boys and what's not. So you make two or three jokes, but try to stay focused and just try to work on certain things. Yeah.
Um,
So,
so
uh,
go ahead, Colin.
I just want to ask him, I heard him mention that this is his last year. I just want to know what clubs you have in mind, or if you don't mind, because I got a club that ain't far from you, we just up the hill. But I
Which club?
know, I know, which is Yorkshire. We call it Yorkshire in friendship. But I
Mm.
know schools like Combermere, they tend to attract clubs like Empire, Wildy, the bigger clubs, we will say. But you don't have to share with us. You don't have to give any insights if you don't
Yeah.
want to. But if you don't mind, or if it wouldn't blur your chances at these clubs, you can give us an insight as in, or you could just give me a list of the clubs that you may have in
Yeah,
mind to join. You don't have to give me an exact club.
yeah.
Okay, so when I look at the clubs, I look to
Mhm.
see my role, and if I'll be able to play, and if opportunities as well. Look at all those things. So um, I've been looking at Wildy.
I know. You got a good coach
Uh,
out there, man.
Enough keepers. Enough keepers.
Well, they got a lot of keepers.
Wanderers looks good as well.
Enough
Mm.
keepers.
Um, in St. No, because as you said, I live in St. Philip. There's some clubs in St. Philip that are playing the high division as well, so those are some options as well.
Phenomenal.
Um, yeah, so yeah, just I haven't made up my mind as yet.
Fair enough.
Season no start, T20 no finish. It's a long time to go, but yeah,
Good.
got my eye on a few of them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And I know I mentioned too, Mr. Eswick, you had a bit of him. Is he still involved, so to speak? Like I know he may not be present, but does he still pass through and share a couple words of wisdom and watch a few sessions and give the guys some encouragement still? Or
Yes, he does. Yeah, I
okay,
mean, just before his season started, we had a practice game, and he was there before, and he talked to us about everything. Honestly, he spoke to us about a lot. So yeah, he chips in every once in a while. So we doing, and just a little update on how things are going with the boys and what's not. So that's still good to see from him, even though he's gone on to the higher level. Like he still comes and checks in on us every once in a while.
that's good, man.
Zion, from my understanding, would have scored some runs over the weekend.
Zion with us, Jace.
In Nimar.
Sorry,
Yes.
Neymar. Neymar. Sorry,
How me
sorry,
good there?
I thought you see it, saying I see it.
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, you would have scored some runs over the weekend. So can you just talk us through, the innings, and just tell us how it went for you?
It was pretty good. It wasn't bad at all. At one point in time, I felt as though I wasn't batting myself because the ball was just going for six.
Mm.
So at one point in time, it was on and off. Because leading up to the game, I had two failures, and then it was just a lot of pressure going into that game, and then we didn't win any games as well. So I had a lot on my mind, man, and just try to relax, try to stay calm, just try to bat normal and what's not. I actually had an appeal LBW shot in the first over. A full toss was bowling. I went for a reverse sweep and it hit the pad. Right, full toss. and the guys appealed, and I was like, wow, I think this is out. And, umpire said not out, and I was just so grateful and thankful, But yeah, that was the only chance in the innings, and then afterwards it was just boundaries and then 1 and 2s, 6s and 4s, and then the guys turned me on as well. Like when I got 50, it was about 11, 10 overs, 10, 11 overs, and then I was like, all right, that's good. Like, first 50 for the season, because my highest score before that was 24, and it was really feeling it. So to get 50 in 10 overs, then I was feeling really, really good, and then the game was coming on so tight against Isolation. At one point, we needed about 30 from 20 balls, and then I was saying that I hitting so many boundaries. I got to be close to 100, But sometimes a guy will run over with some water and say, "Well, just need 5 more, just need 4 more." Guys didn't say anything, Guys didn't say anything at all, and that just was on my mind. On my mind, all know. Guys didn't say anything, man, and then I ended up being too aggressive, and then I got out. And when it was coming off, you guys were saying, "Bodie, you on 97." I was like, "How you want me to know you're on 97?" So that was the only hard thing about that day, but everything else it just flowed batting wise. It was nice. It's really, really nice.
97, and this innings had how many boundaries? How many fours? How many sixes?
I think it was 8 6s and about 5 or 6 4s.
Yeah, sixes and 5 or 6 fours. Okay. And you guys came away with the W in the end.
No, we lost.
Yeah,
Lost.
you guys lost in the end.
Double
Yeah.
pin. Double
Lost
Yeah.
for 100 and you hold L. Sorry
Yep.
to hear that there, man.
Hard times, boy. Hard times.
And who do you guys have this weekend?
Well, we knocked up now.
It's quarterfinal stage.
Oh yeah, you guys are not so yeah. We should have
Arizona.
Zion, let me see. Hopefully we can hear you clearly this time around.
I on my computer now, so I don't know.
Yeah, you good there, buddy. You good.
You perfect.
Yeah, you perfect there, no,
We
buddy.
can take this.
Yeah, so like I said, Zion, you could continue from where you had started previously, just telling us about your upbringing, cricketing wise.
Started at West Stars playing Herman Griffith with Lee Cobb, Shea, and them boys, and then when I was about 10 or 11, started playing BCL with Shannon, and now at Queen's College, captaining that team, captaining Barbados on the 15 team, which would have been in 2020. We didn't get to go anywhere, so yeah.
Okay. And I think it was Clint. You said you are a
PS bowling all around.
pace bowler, and you also bat as well.
Yes, please.
Yeah, there's a lot of all-rounders here, boy. A lot of all-rounders coming up.
Is that your yeah. He said PS bowling all rounder or general all rounder.
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
I consider myself a genuine all rounder.
Oh, okay. But that's not what you said originally. So just making sure. Okay.
Okay.
I think he was just specifying that he was PS. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Jenny
The onion. He takes the onion as well, right?
Yeah.
A slight outswinger.
Yeah. Moves it both ways actually. Skillful game.
I only saw the outer. Okay.
Oh.
And just like I would have asked, Neymar, what is your favorite aspect of the game? Do you prefer the bowling? Do you prefer the batting?
Lately, I've been preferring to bat.
Lately, whenever you do you bat at?
Well, in this T20 tournament was opening.
Oh, you're opening the batting. Okay.
So where the shift to batting? Is it that you ain't picking up much scalps with the onion, or?
That's true, but yeah, like batting so.
Oh, fair enough.
Earlier we were talking to Neymar. He was saying that he was a bit of off spin, and I saw you had a slight reaction there on your face. I assume you guys know each other. So I mean, you could be real, you could be frank. I mean, I go out Neymar nearly every show, to be honest. So how would you rate your guy Neymar's bowling?
You won't, if it was a captain, the only thing you could get the ball is maybe a change of ends. Maybe it's pretty rank, to be honest.
Well, I I I
Guys,
I I, I
guys,
um
yeah.
I like the honesty. I like the honesty. I like the honesty. Only Neymar did say
Man
he did
already
say
born at all, Bolden boy. Man ain't ready at all.
yeah
Just
he
the
did
change
say
of
All
ends.
right, boy.
he did say he wasn't he didn't consider himself the best ball spinner
Yeah,
anywhere.
he did say that. He did.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, Zion. Obviously, I would have seen you play some cricket. The first met you at NCF car park Sundays. You know me, play some cricket in car park, and then Brandon continuously tell me about Zion and he runs the score at 12. But I have a question though. What the Barbados view setup? Like like Mr. Bolden said earlier, he said that they didn't really expect to win. It was more about development and the treaty, etc. So, what is the Barbados youth's goal? Is it for y'all to be individuals and to get some scores to cement your places in the future, or they also you look to upset one or two teams throughout the tournament?
You could repeat last part, please.
If y'all go performance based, as in y'all look to get performances to cement your places in the future, or y'all say we looking to upset one or two teams throughout the tournament.
Yeah, performances playing at this level, you won't really be expected to dominate or anything like that. So yeah, and we're pretty good. We can play cricket, so a few teams can get outside as well.
Mm, mm.
And you go to Queen's College, right? Or
Yes, sir.
you go to Queen's College, right? There weren't. I don't quite remember Hackett saying there weren't any T20. So would you be representing QC in the 40 over, or you would still be playing for Barbados Youth?
We won't selective. We still representing you.
Representing Barbados. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, fair enough.
Zion, I would have seen that you had some squares. I would think most of us after every day still will be on the website just checking. So would have been seeing your name quite a bit. So from what I've been seeing, you've been having a consistent season. Could you just for the viewers say and well for our sake because we didn't happen to be in the same group, but for everyone's sake, could you just talk us through your general season, what your approach has been like, the role of opening batting. I reckon probably is a little bit new to you, and definitely new to you at this level. So for you to come out with some success, could you just talk us through how your season has gone so far?
I think I had a good season with the bat. My rule would be to bat through the innings for the most part, given that my opening partner is pretty aggressive and would get us off the a fast starting power play. So as long as I bat through and bat, well, I would say team bats around me, and
Right.
then I let the score probably run the ball, etc., etc. Based on minimum amount of dots and exploding the bottom.
Okay. Um, from a bowling perspective, how has that been for you? I know you mentioned earlier you weren't getting the wickets that you probably were accustomed getting. Obviously, this is a different level of cricket. Um, it could be a bit severe even for some seasoned campaigners. What have you learned from a bowling perspective throughout the season?
This season I've learned to make sure I know what I'm trying to bowl before I bowl the ball.
Right,
Because my downfall really during the season would have been bowling, well, bowling too sharp.
right.
So I learned to make sure that I, as I'm running as well, to deliver what my field I have set and
Right.
what is required.
Okay.
And Zion, being in this setup, in our times, again, I couldn't mention from we time school, Clinton used to play school cricket, combined schools. At that time, combined schools really, I know you say that right now you all just look for performances, but in that time, combined school was still a team that will try to challenge? Like, do you all go through the fixtures and say, well, all right, we can play foundation, for example, we can match up man for man. There's a team that we can beat. Maybe we can play a team isolation, or not looking down isolation, but just saying, a team that you tell yourself, man, there's a team we can match up against, or is this a case of we can go today and play hard cooking, and if the result go our way, well, we will be good with that. If it don't, we still good with that.
No, I would say it's not that we're going to play. Mm, it's not we're going to roll over on our stomach,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't go boom, boom, boom. This team weak, etc., etc. So we beat Maple and we beat Lords. Lords weren't doing too bad. Maple, I don't think they've won any games, but we've done our part and we fought hard. So that's all you can ask for.
Sure enough, sure enough. But and your aspirations for the 50 over, because you say want selective player Barbados youth, and I think that would be 50 over. Your aspirations for the 50 over tournament, what will be your goals in terms of both the bat and the ball?
With the bat, I would love to score 2 centuries. That would be, well, yeah, that would be good. A good average, yeah, 2 centuries. With the ball, a good economy rate was size. It would be good for me.
Besides for you, so you think that so you think that you don't sound confident about your bowling? Is it a case that you're playing at a high level now and you find it a little more challenging, or is just a case where you're just going through a down patch right now in terms of the bowling? Because that's happening in sport.
Maybe, but in the T20 especially, I found that the spin is a lot more effective. Because in the last 2 games, I didn't bowl at all.
Fair enough. You happen to play against my guy. You happen to play against Bolden by chance?
No, please.
Okay.
I was out for a little bit just so I don't know if this question was asked, but I believe you're a part of the under 19 trials as well. What do you think your chances are like of making that team? Obviously, I know you got to go to trials and perform and stuff like that, but I know you're 16 now, so you're still relatively young as it relates to under 19 cricket. But how do you see your chances of making that team?
I see my chances as like maybe more towards the ball under 19.
Right.
That's so you bat because in right ball as well. I think I feel myself better with right ball. So I say open definitely, but I will need to perform.
Yeah. You said open. You said opening, what, batting or
No,
bowling?
open like as in
Oh, okay.
yeah, I could make it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Understood. Red ball format. Do you? Because obviously, like you would have mentioned before, you've been opening back in T20s. Longer format. Where do you see yourself from a batting perspective and from a bowling perspective? Do you see yourself still batting in top order, probably sliding down a little further down into the middle? And from a bowling perspective, new ball bowler, first, second change. How do you see yourself in the longer format?
In learn format, I see myself. I think I'm still capable of batting top order. However, in that format, there will be more specialist all rounders who will look to bat higher up. So I think we'll slide into the middle. And with the ball, I think we'll do first change or even open if available. So yeah.
Okay. Well, wishing you, I didn't say this anymore, but obviously wishing both of you all the best in those trial games. Two guys with pretty bright futures, so I hope that you guys go on to smash it. Leaders is really rare to see guys so level-headed. We actually had a few on the show last week and then again this week.
I was saying same
Yeah, you guys are really, really level-headed. And from a very young age, I would have known Neymar from the time he was probably 11 or 12. extremely level-headed at that age, and Zion as well. So, two very good leaders, and sometimes what I would say to both of you guys, even without having the title of captain, continue to be very, very good leaders. That's what championship teams always have. They always have very good leaders, good support systems. So continue to do the really good work that you guys have been doing, and the future is bright. The sky is the limit, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing both of you guys hit the heights that you guys deserve to hit. So go well.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Well said. Well said. Any more questions for the guys before we let them go?
See y'all.
Oh,
See y'all.
oh,
15.
this one, no, this is not really cricket related. Well, it is cricket related, but in our times, the cricketers at school were known as the girls' guys. But guys, this tradition still goes on in all time, or is it less
Let's take off
now?
the pass.
Yeah, it's a thing of the past. I curious, I curious.
Is it hockey players now?
Yeah, I won't know because
Nah,
yeah,
still the cricketers, man.
it's
Still
still the cricketers. Okay, fair enough, fair
hands
enough.
down, hands down.
Okay, fair enough. Right.
Well, guys, Clint would have said a couple moments ago, we just want to wish you guys all the best going forward. Like I said, I unfortunately I don't really get to, but not really, I don't get to see any of the cricket. But like I said, I can definitely trust Clint's word, the raw fade, all of the guys that continue to speak very highly of you youngsters. So like I said, just want to continue to wish you guys all the best going forward. I think Clay said that there's some trials coming up or currently going on. Really hope you guys really perform and make the Barbados team, and just continue to do well in the future on and off the field. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
And thank you for taking the time to join us tonight to have a chat.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Boy, Clint, as you said, boy. I mean, these two guys, and then last week, man,
Yeah.
these fellas seem very level-headed and focused here. These fellas seem like they're really, really focused on the game.
Yeah.
On the game.
Just
Yeah,
trust me,
it's true.
the future of our cricket, that is group there, that 15, I would say 15 to 18, that age group there. You just gotta be a little bit patient with them. But that age group there, trust me, they're gonna take Barbados and West Indies cricket to the heights that we expect it to be at. So look out for some of these boys.
Before we get into the next phase of the show, haven't we seen this in the past? Where
No.
we had
We've seen
We've
talent.
seen talent. You've seen talent.
We see talent, yes, boy,
We've seen talent.
but
But
not
see this?
talent
Not
that
this
I
controls.
understand that. I understand that, right? Don't get me wrong. I understand that, but I still feel. Don't let me valid. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Are we still missing that I don't know what it is, but that missing piece from let's say after on 19.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
still a
yeah,
gap.
definitely.
There's still a gap.
Yeah.
There's still a gap. There's
Still a
Yeah.
still so many issues with our system.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those things going on. But
Okay.
in terms of things that these boys can control,
Yes.
I can't fault the attitude. I can't fault the grind. I can't fault the effort for some of these boys that have been on here for the last couple of weeks. So they can't single-handedly address our systemic issues.
Definitely.
But like I said, their attitude towards the game and stuff like that
Yes, on
is really refreshing. So that's why I said what I said. So I'm not saying they can be Nets, Brian
No,
Lara,
I
Nets
understand.
Kanduka, but
Yeah, I
but
understand.
I definitely think in terms of turning out consistent performances
Yeah,
on the international scene, I think that they have given themselves the best opportunity to do that, and that's all you can ask.
yeah, that's definitely what we could
And
ask
I
for.
think too, JS,
Yeah.
the even though the systems ain't the best, I think that the systems available to these youngsters now
Mhm.
is more inclusive as Clint mentioned in terms of height. They could see that a lot of them the challenges to think now in terms of back then it was just
Coaching
a
more
case of
advanced,
raw
man.
correct.
Yeah.
It was just a
Coaching more
case of raw
advanced.
talent, a court seal. Yeah. Like for example, they had a guy named Ronald Bourne. Raw pace, just raw talent. Like just raw talent. But when it comes to top
All
JS,
rounder.
this man stopped playing cricket to conduct. Like and this is not saying that he's a conductor. No, I mean that's legit what happened, JS. Like one side he just get up, gear back to one side, he done with that. You understand? Because he ain't see division, he ain't had it. So now I think the system's more inclusive, man. Even if you got a guy who may be a little wayward, the system just try, to work with he right down to the end. So yeah, but we still missing after the under 19 as you mentioned. Though I still think there is room for up to under 25. I personally believe that would give a person a chance to mature, man. And not just after under 19, you gotta hope you make it. Just keep systems in place. But these guys here now got a better win the just a better chance. And you see Nero don't need money fingers, so money involved too. Money
You gotta keep
involved.
money there. And the
Yeah,
man get 19, and the man gotta
correct.
choose between
You
work
gotta shoot
and
work and
cricket.
cricket. You
Yeah.
You know
gain
what
the
I'm saying? So
work.
if you
You gain that
so if you
work.
got
It's
money
true.
for a pool of 60 players, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But it's time, man. Too much
Yeah,
talent
it
over
is.
here, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But
Crazy.
like I said,
And
honestly,
Crazy.
I tell people too, or I hear people saying, man, this boy should play for Barbados. I tell people, just Barbados have so much cricketers that we could give each regional team, Jason, three of our players and still have a quality first class team.
mm, mm, mm,
So you just got it's just and you also the money you gotta invest on, man.
yeah. These guys that we would have spoken to like today, and I
These
know
man, these man level head. Just I could not do an interview like that at 16.
yeah,
You could not put me on here, Jason, to do an interview and ask me how my game is, what I prefer, what I am, and I telling you I this and that. No, Jason. I would not be able to do, and that's a fact. That is a fact. Yes, I can tell you at 16, I like to keep. You understand? But at 16, I can't tell you, man, Jason. I like the 3-day farmer and it challenge. Just like me. We ain't going that deep. We were never going that deep.
and then even in talking to Clint last week, and he Clint sharing some stories about some of the conversations that he would have with some of the guys, even outside of actual
Okay.
cricket. Like this is like after hours and still having conversations about cricket with some of these youngsters, and it's not even a case of Clint going out and trying to contact these guys or talk. Is a case of these guys reaching out to Clint. You know what I mean? And at that age, and after hours, and you still reaching out to a coach trying to talk about cricket. I mean,
Jesse's man
is
is
that's
eat,
admirable, man.
sleep, breathe cricket.
Yeah,
Like,
But
I
you know the
agree.
funny thing, Clint, we had a conversation a couple years ago when we saying something like, man, don't know about the cricket and now it's like
yeah,
through
nah,
60
Yeah,
now.
yeah, this crop,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
some of
remember
this
we had
crop,
that a couple years ago when we talk
yeah,
about the
nah,
man.
but yep,
Don't know who some man might not know who Shiv is. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because
correct,
so know it.
yeah,
Changing,
but
man.
That's
yeah,
that's that's
And
good,
that is
man.
That's
good.
good.
That is
Bright,
good. It is good.
bright for the future. That's good. Um, so last week we would have heard from Clint and Nero that both teams, Wildy and Yorkshire, had to win one game to at least one game over the weekend to qualify to advance into the quarterfinals. From from my knowledge, I think both teams did win at least one game. I know Yorkshire did. I'm not sure if will they won both, or I know, like I said, I know they won at least
Consider it
one.
done.
Yeah, we
Uh,
want Wildy won one.
yeah.
Con-
So
consider it
if you
done,
guys
brother.
could just talk us through the weekend and what do you I can start with you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, freaking Nero.
What's that?
yeah, just talk us through last weekend, how it went, and what do you guys think? How do you guys think it's gonna go from here on out, quarterfinals and here on out? Nero, yeah, you could start first, buddy.
Um, First we had Sparta Saturday at the Mecca, returning friendship.
Former cricket.
The former cricket. Once again, they lost the toss. They put me in. Yeah, they put me in. We scored 178. Good score. We muffed it. The men scored the runs. I get probably 15, 16. One with the ball, 30 odd.
Can't blow my last over though, Nero.
It was only six. It was only six runs.
I can't say it was Nero. We
Only
can't.
6 runs.
But you carry on. Yeah, Clint. It can happen, Clint. It could be 20 runs, Clint. Can happen.
He's on the
Gotta be the right. Oh, yeah, understand. I didn't know he right, Clint. I know he. Nero ain't trying to beat you in a flick nor nothing. Nero trying to get all them balls and you block holes. Darting, but I didn't get missing left for one. I know how it goes, man.
As I was saying. Yeah, the man like how he runs with about 3 balls to go.
Mm-hmm.
They murder me, they crucify me. We do it the West Indies way. The next day, we had obviously Smith, he score 100 the same Saturday. So we gotta go to man PC now beat the India to get through.
Big game, very big
Can't see
game.
properly in like time now.
Yeah, boy, Nero, I ain't tell you no lie. Nero, I ain't tell you no lie, Nero. When I hear that when I lost that game against Sparta, Nero, all I tell myself is the chances no going to win the day, boy. So you see when PC, just as one freaky team, brother. Especially when you're playing them at home. All I tell myself is Jesus Lord, boy, what we know do here, man? What we know do here, boy? But you man come big, man. You man come big this Sunday, so.
We turn up. The man got 2 wickets, a fresh wicket, and he won the player point yesterday.
And the man give yesterday, boy.
The roller, he drive more everything for the fresh wicket, So we for the fresh wicket, saying we gonna win the toss and bat, yada yada. So we said, what wicket we play for? Come we see man moving back the circle and thing. Man, I the ground move we play for the ground. Say here no, ask me. Man, ask me. But he said we play for that one. That he score 100 points. Flip the toss, lost again as usual. Smitty give me a little one. Smitty say money. Smitty say money. My hit some balls, right? He met 35, right? My hit some balls, yes. They said, shh. This my debut against South Africa or something. I said, Jesus Lord, boy. So the boy freaked out though. Take flight hit wide. My God, it's a slug sweep. And it's sky here. Burst the close, boy. I ain't gonna call up my teammate. My teammate.
Jesus.
I fall to my knees.
Off of the day, that boy would want to go off, boy.
When I look wrong, 6 men play grown. Hot sponny grown. We had a traveling support about 20 people. Some of them play grown. I just saying, I said, boy.
You just got to say that this man can score 100 from here, boy.
I said, dogs here, boy. Just the very next ball. Take flight hit wide again. My God, he's see a shot. Edge it now. And it can't be no short term, man. The man said that I settled so long, and I didn't know, but just when the ball went up in here, I ain't hearing nothing. That is ball. But I saw that. Is it no boy? All that me here no boy. I catch it and that was it. And cricket was normal for him.
Yeah, get out of here, boy.
We were shooting for 106. Rock ball 4 for 10. Tap 3.
Sheesh, you can, man. We here, let me know that, Nero.
I bought you 4 and get 2.
Boy.
3 for 4. In the back end too.
Wow.
Yeah, but let's say don't boy back end. But yeah.
No, the thing you can't boy the last over.
Then we did. We let them off about 4 over the spear. Laying that end out 30 cents, not whole each. And yeah, that was that. They met the beach and took it see that. And then we have a massive game at Bank Hall on Saturday.
I'll be there.
He's on the road, boy. You know, you better kind of calm down, boy.
Big game, Nero, boy.
Yes, your former club.
Nero, when we go to Bank Hall on Saturday, Nero, the Bank Hall fans will want to get on the pavilion after the game. I'm telling you.
Wow.
We will be defeating Empire, Nero. There are 2 ways about it.
Jamal says former club. Jamal says former
club.
Yeah. Dwayne Coleman's former club.
Yeah, I done see the vision, Nero. I see the vision. We got the plans for them, man.
The part so
Nero, well, obviously the team must be, upbeat and, feeling pretty good to have gone to the quarterfinals. But, going up against a team like Empire, Stouting, I think obviously is in good form. What are the chances of you guys, coming out on top? How the guys feeling about the win come Saturday?
For a few weeks now, how we were looking at table, it was either gonna be Empire or Wildy. So we already had even a couple weeks ago when they tell Clint we can see them, we already knew it was gonna be one of the 2. And not to give him too much, but you guys feeling decent. Feeling
good.
Decent. Yeah. Obviously, all of our games we've been battle tested. We ain't had an easy walkover games. And some of the teams that we're start top heavy, we're more balanced side. So hopefully it works in our favor. I ain't gonna really elaborate too much. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wish you guys.
From that team, get horse. He ain't get horse.
I wish you guys all the best. Come Saturday, man. I really wish you guys.
So Nero, the semis playing the following week, or
everything.
Every week. Okay. Yeah, Jess, man.
Yeah.
And Clint, I must say though, I don't think I ever got a chance to tell. I must say, Clint, that the program that you have at Wildy in terms of the structure, and I really think that Wildy transform Saints regaining the status in division in elite cricket. To be honest, one thing you hear Wildy, you tell yourself, all right, that's a team we could beat, but no, is actually you gotta play good cricket against Wildy. You have to play good cricket. You get a lot of youngsters. You're getting a lot of youngsters. I don't know if you're tipping into the grapevine or what, but a lot of them leaning heavy to Wildy. Yeah.
That's trick.
Yeah, Nero, we gotta get one of them boys. But I must say that you're doing a good job out there. I think Wildy Cricket Club really becoming a club to be reckoned with. One time you hear white ball cricket and knuckle cricket, you hear the likes of St. Catherine's and those sort of guys in pairs, Maples. But now it's these teams ain't making it. Apart from Empire, who still they got high pride, but the Maples and the St. Catherine's and these guys, they're not as strong as before because they don't have good systems in place. You understand? So I must say, Clint, continue to do the good work. But everybody, I still think we can do something.
But thanks, Dwayne. Appreciate it, man. Greatly appreciate
problem, bud.
Yeah, Clint, you could dive into last weekend for Wildy as well.
A bit of a mixed bag of a weekend. Saturday, like you said, we went into that game needing a victory to secure a place in the quarterfinal. We Nero lost. It was Craig says heard of. I don't know. a coin toss supposed to be 50-50. I feel like Ismail has lost like 90% of the tosses.
I may want to us, boss.
I think he may want to. Sorry, he probably has want to. I think he has want to. Sorry, he do want better than you every weekend. So it never makes sense planning about what we can every backer. But it just go get tossed over it, and yeah, like man, tell me what we doing. But yeah, we lost the toss. So yeah, we actually had to bowl first on the wicket. We started the game well. I believe that the first 10 overs, they were only 40 something, and they were probably 2 or 3 wickets down. So we were in control. Um, one of their players or a few of their players batted pretty well. After that, though, Mikhail Austin, I think he went on to get 50 yard or 60 yard. And propelled them to a respectable total. They ended up making about 144. But yeah, we then went about the business pretty professional in a professional manner. Both Craig and Demetrius with scores again.
Good form, man.
Yeah, in pretty decent nick. I think I can't remember if Craig came not out as well. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, Craig came not out. Demetrius made 60 something, and Craig made 50 something not out in that game. So yeah, a pretty good victory in the end, not flawless. That I would say that's probably the most disappointing thing. I don't think that we've had, or probably only had one game this season that I would say we were really flawless. But a win is a win. At this stage of the season is a business end. You need to get the W's by any means necessary, and I think that's something that we've done pretty well. We've been faced with a lot of challenges, consistently losing players every week for one reason or the other. But we players have just found a way to get the business done. So that has been one of the positives, a big positive coming out to the camp. On to Sunday. Sunday wasn't a great day for the boys. We bowled first again. And they made I think about 210 or something like that. Curtin, Bahibal, he made about 80 something. Carl Corbin got a score as well. So yeah, it was a tall order, tall ask for our batters, and we would have required somebody from the top three batting very, very deep. I think only Craig got a score of naught. He made about 40 something. He was batting pretty well, but started to run out of partners. So yeah, we ended up not getting close enough to the total. So that was a bit of a disappointment. But you're playing against the group leaders. You need to be on it, and they were just better than us on the day. So once again, we need to find a response. Because like I said, it's business time. Quarterfinals is do or die, so you gotta get it done. This
Who
weekend.
are you guys playing?
We were playing against UAB, so we would have lost to UAA on Sunday, but we were playing against UAB in the quarterfinal.
Where do I get play? Because you will be at home.
I asked you PA. I will be.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I will be. Yeah, because for the same reason that we said, so UAA would have topped the zone, so they would not be able to play. The B team, I guess, would have had to take a back seat where that was concerned.
And just like I would have asked the Raw, how are you feeling? How are the guys feeling going into this weekend?
Once again, pretty confident. We have the tools, we have the resources. Bolstered Jerome Jones was out for this weekend, but from a bowling perspective, so he's going to be a very welcome addition back into the unit. So he's been our most economical bowler. So having him back is going to be a big boost to the unit. And our batters have been doing pretty well. So a few hiccups throughout the season, one or two, but generally I think we've been batting well. Our top order has been in pretty good form. So yeah, I am backing them, I'm supporting them, and they're feeling confident. So yeah, once we play to our strengths on the weekend, then we will come out victorious.
Well, like I said, just like I would have told you, I wish you guys all the best this weekend, man. I mean, you ain't butt up on Yorkshire yet, so
No, no, no.
I could still wish you all the best. Anything about Yorkshire,
That's fine. I understand.
I got serve Yorkshire,
I
But as
understand.
it stands right now,
Yeah,
I really wish you guys all the best, and I hope you guys could come out on top. Come Saturday.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, really hope you guys can come out on top.
And before we go, fellas, just to mention, regional cricket is back, and unfortunately, we have Barbados last week taking on Guyana
Yeah.
Jaguars, and
They're
unfortunately,
not
lost that
Jaguars
game.
anymore. Actually, they got some other name now.
Guyana, they took
Some
on
other
Guyana.
bird. Some bird. I can't remember the bird. It's a bird.
They took on Guyana. They lost by 5 wickets. But
Gotta
had
beat
some
you again.
outstanding performances. Craig Buffett with another 100. I don't know what number that is, but no. 11.
26, 26, 27, something like that, I think.
Sheawood with 100, and Mr. Sean DePaul, who we gonna bet that he's gonna play for the West Indies.
Yeah,
in
he
2 years.
2 years.
Based on ability to bat very, 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 very long. I tell you, he could be there long.
So you guys are opening Nero?
Yeah, at some point,
Yeah,
it has to
open up.
happen. Has to
Yeah,
happen.
fair enough.
Just
Nero's
based
about
on the
4
ability to
handballs,
bat
yeah.
long.
not to before you get into the channel, boy.
I ain't getting into nothing.
Jordan, no. I just said
Oh.
Jordan also took 7 wickets in the game on debut.
Yeah.
Acting
Yes,
Jordan.
fantastic stuff.
You bowling good, you Clint.
Jordan.
Yeah.
This is more than some pearlers. It's some pearlers.
Okay,
Yeah, boy,
boy.
I had a message claim. I had a message claim on one of the clip for us today, boy.
Yeah,
He
careful.
wanted me there.
Oh, my
Looking
bowling decent for two.
Actually, he had
Looking
some
like a
pretty
Josh-
decent. He had a
looking like a
show
Josh
against
Patrick,
the
boy.
silver. He had a show against the silver there. That
Yeah, umpiring. You know how the umpiring.
yeah,
We need the RS there. I
yeah.
hope
Monty scored.
You need-
Forget what that was.
Moti.
Morty, yeah.
Monty, yeah.
My score handle a Moti. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a disappointing game. I actually thought that I didn't think we got the selection right, and this is not in hindsight.
We
but
went with the batting. We went with nothing.
Yeah,
Right now. Just because they had the players, they went with the batting.
yeah, I felt as though I felt as though they just went with the easy decision. To leave out one of those batsmen probably would have caused a little bit too much
Yeah.
noise, and it just
Yeah.
went with the
Yeah.
easy
You
decision.
know that. You know
But
that.
yeah, I don't think that was the best balanced team that we could select.
They can still be upset.
Yeah,
Because
correct.
If you take a certain amount of bat 3 and 4, put it at 6 and 7, you can be upset regardless.
Yeah.
So,
So
You can best not
I
play.
didn't like that. Shane Dortch ban at 8, probably about 8 there. At 8
Jonathan
and
bat
all
at
that.
7 and
Yeah,
Raymond no
so-
bat at 3 is like, whoa.
Yeah, so I just felt like we just tried to cram all the superstars into the team as opposed to picking the best 11 to win that game. But none of us were in the selection meeting, so maybe they had their reasons for doing that. But yeah, I don't think we got the selection right, and our batting performance there, especially first innings, a lot of these games going to be won or lost.
First
Most
innings.
times on how you bat in the first innings, especially
True.
after Ghana would have put up the total that they put it on the board there. So you got to bat well. You got to bat at least a day and a half there to ensure that one, you don't lose that game, and then because for Barbados to win the game from there would have been near impossible. So you need to bat well in the first innings, and it was disappointing that after selecting all those batsmen, all these international, all these test matters, that we could not even get it then. So yeah, that was a big disappointment. But congrats to the guys that did well in the game. And I mean they've been doing well against Trinidad on day one. So
Yeah.
I guess they've bounced back.
A lot of 100 scoring in this cricket though.
Yeah, Kieran Powell.
Selection thing coming out,
Powell,
Selection thing coming out shortly, boy.
Yeah, boy, a lot of 100 scoring. Blackwood scoring 100.
Brandon King scored one?
Not
Yeah,
Brandon.
he did.
Brandon
Yeah,
came for though.
or big score. Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he scored 100 last round. Yeah,
so
but not 6 or something like that.
And some other fella score one too. A bowler. A
Archie,
lot
Same
of
what?
huh?
Archie Ball
Same.
400 today.
Yeah,
Archibald.
Archibald. Yeah.
Archibald. Yeah, boy. Man telling that this cricket now, boy.
Yeah, boy. Tours coming up, boy. Cricket starting
Oh,
back here with a fury shortly, boy.
yeah.
Like, yeah, down here, correct. Well, furthermore, you may already on the way to the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Down there,
That's
right?
Or
true.
there, yeah, man. It's
Man
man
there, the
touched
man
on the
there.
man touched on something already.
Man Jones in there already.
Cricket back with a vengeance.
Any more closing remarks before we sign off, guys?
Not really. That's fair. St. Catherine's didn't get through. Just want people to know that.
I
That
just
is all.
want. I just
All
want
the
to
best,
wish.
all the best.
Yeah. I just want. Yeah,
All
I
the
just
best.
want to wish the Yorkshire team all the best as well too.
I wish them all the best, man. Nero, but I wish
Yes.
them all the best, man.
Yes.
I wish
So-
all the teams in the quarterfinals all the best. Apart from Imperial, we can hammer them, but the rest, I wish one of the best. I really do wish you the best, and I hope you come out at top. And
Thanks.
maybe we meet in the semis, man. Maybe just
Yeah.
maybe.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully that would be a nice matchup.
It's true.
Well,
But
guys,
again, just for the last time, St. Catherine's did not make it through. I just want that to be heard. We can wrap up.
I know the underlying message between this.
No underlying message, just no underlying message. They just didn't make it.
Okay, no problem.
Again,
Nimar, you were saying something?
No, carry on.
Well, viewers, we just want to continue to thank you for tuning in each and every week. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe whenever you do get a chance to watch this video. Thank you very much and have a good night.